Hi, Amanda. Hi, Michelle.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Thank you.
So I'm sure you believe me if I say that I'm really happy to see you on stage with me right now. Just to give a bit of the behind the scenes of this conference, we were still rehearsing 3 hours ago, and we were not sure if you could actually make it. And I'm saying that just because I want to give a big thank you to your technical team for making it possible. They were like just amazing. So a big thank you to them. Amanda, you are the Chief Development Officer of Clear Channel Singapore. You are the member of the executive management team, and you lead the overall development strategy for the company. Michelle, you are the Senior Manager, Digital Operation at Clear Channel Singapore as well. You lead on all things digital at the company, and you are a key contributor to its digital transformation with digital tech and scale. So I'll let you start sharing your screen because we have a nice presentation. But before you start your presentation, I just wanted to add a bit of context. So Quividi and Clear Channel Singapore have been collaborating for many months now. And I say I to Laurent Fabry at DGCT, who is really instrumental at managing this partnership. And we really wanted to have Clear Channel Singapore share with all of us today how one of the most innovative digital out-of-home media owners globally leverage Quividi data. So I'll shut up now and I will let you present to us.
Thank you, Danny. Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining in on Clear Channel Singapore's segment on optimizing digital out-of-home with Quividi data. My name is Amanda Wu. I am the Chief Development Officer, joined by Michelle Lowe-Richards, our Senior Manager of Digital Operations. So let me begin. First, let me share on our story. We're more than just a bus shelter company. We design, build, and operate the majority of bus shelters in Singapore, but we do a lot more. And this is our 20-year journey. We started in 2001, dominating with an island-wide coverage of 80% of bus and taxi shelters in Singapore. And in 2012, we introduced Singapore's first and largest bus shelter network and the first offline to online mobile solution named Connect. And across the next 8 years, we refined the way advertisers could buy out of home that offers them the most flexibility and precision to buying out of home, from a goal-based approach to programmatic. And today, we are a digital and tech-led company. We also lead the way in making out of home scientific, data-led, fact-based, and insight-driven. So here are our first in-market achievements, starting with the first and largest digital out-of-home bus shelter network in 2012. And Play brings together that speed, control, and intelligence, from fixed ownership to flexible ownership, to reactive and conditional ad serving, to proof of play, to help brands reach audiences where they live, work, and play. By 2018, we have expanded the inventory of our award-winning Play screens, and we launched Audience View with Play Plus, an industry first in the digital out-of-home space. So where standard conversation still revolves around opportunity to see, Play Plus is designed to give advertisers that flexibility and ownership and allow brands to own exactly what they need. And in the following year, in 2019, we launched Singapore's first ever large format street side billboard called Electric City. So these ultra high definition displays support full motion and audio-visual content and delivers immersive experience. Located right next to ION, Orchard Mall, and in the heart of the Central Business District. And our latest development. So Singapore's first built-for-purpose exchange for out-of-home with Outsmart Pro that allows you to buy digital out-of-home programmatically from the same DSPs that are trading online, mobile, and other digital channels, making the promise of a frictionless digital ecosystem a reality. But first, a question we all want to know for Singapore: is there a returning audience in out-of-home? So let's get down to the facts and figures. So this is a statement by Walk in September at our 2020 webinar, Reimagine a New Future in Out-of-Home. And Walk said that footfall has steadily increased and consumers are returning to their spending habits. So we give our advertisers the validation and assurance of the returning audience with Lexi, our award-winning audience understanding video analytics that is powered by Quividi. Designed to measure the length and breadth of our shelters, Quividi accurately captures the commuters at our bus shelters island-wide. And as of end November, the footfall returns 76% to pre-COVID levels and is on a promising trajectory. So with Quividi's data, we are also able to dive deeper into understanding where these concentrations of footfall are. Commuters near shopping malls, office areas that are frequented, and these are frequented more than residential areas before circuit breaker. For those who may not be familiar with circuit breaker, it is Singapore's stay-at-home order. And from the month of May, we see the gradual return of footfall as people begin to resume shopping habits. And in November, the data shows that audiences are commuting to work around office areas and consumers are returning to these shopping areas. In the overall, there is a 2.5 increase in daily average footfall since the circuit breaker. Here are just some photos captured recently showing that people are resuming to commuting to places of interest and simply being out of home. Next is sharing on our digital-first approach for out of home. So our suite of digital and tech solutions will enable you to tap into varied sources of intelligence and tools. With Outsmart Pin using location intelligence, we can help to identify where your target audiences are. With Play Plus, you can buy digital out of home by goals or programmatically with Outsmart Pro. And finally, with Outsmart Connect is how we can seamlessly lead your customers from offline to online onto mobile with a call to action. But for today's presentation, I will share more on Quividi's data, which has enabled Play Plus and Outsmart Pro. So pictured here is our digital product called Play that delivers that hyper-targeted campaign messages to audiences through context, immediacy, and creativity. And Play Plus is a model that allows you to buy by goals. And advertisers can buy Play Plus goals by displays. And this is when frequency of play at specific locations matter. Or they could buy by views. So when achieving these views with a specific audience matters. And these views are captured by Quividi's software. Next is introducing Singapore's first built-for-purpose exchange for out-of-home with Outsmart Pro, which is our programmatic service. So together with Highstack, you can now access Clear Channel Singapore's digital inventory from Highstack's DSP or its partner's DSP, or from our very own Outsmart Pro. So to date, we have served over 100 million impressions in just 4 months across 12 categories. And it's all about you. It's all about the advertiser's need, because you need that speed and control over out of home, that ability to start, stop, or increase or decrease campaigns, because you need intelligence to inform on your investments from optimization right through to attribution. Because you invest in digital and need that synergies between out of home and your digital investments like mobile, social, or search. And when you think digital signage parlance like spots and loops are passé, and you care more about audiences and impressions. When location-based is important, but being proximity-based is becoming even more important. And when you want your out-of-home campaign to be more responsive, really take control of that contextual situational trigger, such as weather, times, and even your budget. So Outsmart Pro is smart and forward-thinking because we look forward to the opportunities that programmatic digital out-of-home brings, that viable, valuable, and new channel of flexible, creative, and data-rich and affordable out-of-home inventory, where you can buy from the same DSPs that you're trading online, mobile, or digital channels, or within the digital ecosystem, because we are going to make that a reality. And that is why it is our job then to convince you why digital budgets should then be transferred to Outsmart Pro. So let me touch a little bit on what do impressions mean in programmatic digital out of home. So in the digital and mobile online space, it is a one-to-one medium, whereas in out of home, it is a one-to-many medium. So we have released an industry-first impressions multiplier, where Outsmart Pro uses our first-party data, Lexi, powered by Quividi. And programmatic industry partners have remarked that we are amongst the most advanced to score our digital products with audience data by screen, by hour, by day of the week. And with this data, each of these screens is then scored with that impressions multiplier value, a practice recommended by IAB and adopted in programmatic digital out of home. And in this last section that we will present, I will hand this over to Michelle, who will bring us through on how Quividi has enabled real-time targeting for our advertisers.
So thanks, Amanda. Besides collaborating with brands themselves, as well as media and creative agencies, Clear Channel has also participated actively in international creative platforms such as Clio and Canline. I'll be sharing with you how we capture the attention of an audience of creative leaders and practitioners at the Spikes Asia Festival of Creativity, which was held in Singapore in 2018. So not to confuse the model that Amanda shared earlier for the programmatic piece, we borrow this particular one-to-many model for out of home and extend upon it like this. So with the addition of real-time audience profiling tools, just like Quividi, we're able to create predetermined audience segments and basically identify these in real time. So by adding personalized messaging, we can then produce personalization at scale. So here's how we did that. In September 2018, together with DigiCity and Omnicom, Clear Channel showcased a digital and tech-led future, digital out-of-home future with real-time targeting capabilities at this festival. Standing larger than life with our production unit is an 86-inch screen, which is the taller unit that you see at the back there. The triggered content on screen boldly declares that it's not November yet. It's clearly a reference to the gentleman's facial hair. They're sporting some facial hair, which triggered this ad copy being displayed. On the screen next to it is our Lexi backend interface showing exactly how the technology works. And here's another view, a close-up, if you will, of the interface picking up on my glasses, which triggered this content, which is an eye chat chart that says, come a little closer, it's time for a checkup. Real-time audience analytic technology platforms like Quividi analyze and optimizes your ad copy display to reach your audience segment. For efficiency, this message is not intended for one person. It's actually meant for to many people. At its best, it helps to make ad serving decisions when a certain density of that audience segment is present. This is how we get personal at scale. It is anonymous, efficient, and in real time. And we can help. So here we share some creative executions or some creative ideas. We've already shown how to reach out to men sporting facial hair. As you know, it's very, very trendy these days. The twist with this ad copy is that it's not November yet. So you don't even need to be limited to this particular time period to run your campaign. If you're promoting say an outdoor activity, or such as something tied to a summer festival, or if you're looking to talk about the enjoyment of a refreshing cold beer or an aperitif, or even just ice cream, you can use something like this. Target people who sport sunglasses. The suggestion obviously is it's sunny out and it's warm. So, you know, it just suggests the future is so bright, you know, that you gotta wear shades. A contact lens brand could comfortably target people who wear glasses, for example, as we've seen earlier with the Spikes Asia creative. And fashion and lifestyle brands can actually complement their audience by picking up on a certain color profile that is particularly on trend right now, and declare, hey, that's a great color on you. And when in doubt, prepare a smart brand message. Make sure that there's something that's always on. And for even greater, more personalized messaging, add details like gender and age for hyper-targeting. You'll say it with intention and smartly too. So we're very proud of our digital and tech-led transformation, but we'll also be the first to admit we've got lots of room to learn and grow. We can safely say this is really just the beginning of a new chapter for Out of Home. We've really only just begun. On behalf of Amanda, we thank Quividi for the opportunity of sharing what we've been doing so far, and a particular special mention to Letitia, Denny, and of course, Laurent at DigiCity for the invitation. Over to you, Denny.
Thanks a lot, Amanda and Michelle. That was really, really insightful. I'm sorry because we're running on a very tight schedule, so I'm going to rush a bit. Michelle, thanks again for your time and support.